Welcome, everyone, to episode 101 of Just Joshing. I am your host, Joshua Penteleresco. I write stuff and podcast too. And today we start the second 100. I'm just going to really quickly explain what happened last 2 weeks. I was originally going to release this episode last week, but I needed a break from the podcast. 100 episodes is a lot of episodes, and a lot of good interviews, but I needed a little just chance to recharge the batteries a little bit. I also had a book to finish, and the book took a little longer than I thought I could get to the finish line on. I was hoping to actually get a little bit more time to myself, and it wasn't the case at all. But I'm happy to report that the beta draft of the Cloud Diver is all done, and I'm really happy with it. I'm going to be doing at least one more pass before I give it to the editors. And I've got to look at my cover. It's going to be a fantastic book when it's all done, and I'm really excited about it. And so as a result, I'm still kind of in a bit of a brain fugue. Episode 102 is when the show really gets back on track. This episode features Dave Anderson of the Shillelaghs and his friend Michael Boyer. We decided to play a little game of Commanders. This is going to be a little different than a normal podcast because it's a nice, easy episode. If you're a Magic the Gathering fan, stick around. If not, episode 102, I have an amazing guest, Jill Marie Robinson, and we talk about her magazine, which is really, really cool. And we get back into the literary world with the next podcast. But for those of you who just like to listen to a game, listen to some guys just chill and do a fun little conversation about one of the coolest card games of all time, stick around. It'll be really, really cool. All right? All right. Should be all right. I'm turning the podcast on, guys, just because we're going to go. We'll go however long this goes.
We're live.
You're live.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Something like this. So, everybody knows who I am. Who are you?
Michael Boyer.
Michael Boyer of?
Canada. I don't know.
The medicine hat.
You're of the land of the
reside in Medicine Hat now, but I'm from here originally.
You're from here originally? So you're a huge rock star? No.
My name's Dave. I play in the Shillelaghs. I work at Myth Games in Calgary. Mike was one of my bass players in the Shillelaghs as well.
So you are a huge rock star? No. No.
No huge rock star.
No, not a huge rock star. So what do you do then, Mr. Mike? You're not
stocking shelves at the moment.
You're just stocking shelves at the moment?
For money, yeah.
Stocking shelves for money?
Yeah.
So what do you dream of doing? Because somehow I feel stocking shelves is not exactly, what you dream of. No, you're not sure yet?
No, I want to get a website together and just be able to do stuff for that.
Like you're going to be an online...
entrepreneur kind of thing. Some video stuff, or some t-shirts, or some kind of content like that.
So Mike, ladies and gentlemen, roll a magical 30 on a 30-sided die.
Yeah. So
Dave rolled an impressive 21. I rolled a not quite as impressive, but still an amazing 19, and he just rolled the perfect 30. So I guess you're taking the play.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Commander, folks. We are going to be talking about Magics of the Gatherings. I'm going to it is partial. This is partial.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just asking real quick. Oh man, this is insanely good stuff. Jesus.
I don't build bad decks.
No, you don't. So guys, we're talking we're going to be doing a little magic here. This is kind of a break from my normal literary ways because I've been doing this for over 100 episodes, and by and large, you need a little break like this. And also, this has also been one of my favorite episodes I did in the past because me and Dave literally did an episode where I played Magic with Dave. It was standard at the time. Man, this is really tough. I guess that.
So right now we're partial parroting our hands so that
bottom of deck.
Just have a better hand. We're not playing competitively, so if we have some cards in our hands that are not very good early in the game, we can get rid of them and just draw some more cards off the top until we have an acceptable starting hand, and that's a friendly way of doing it here at our house.
That's right. Yes. This does not suck. Oh my god.
I have an acceptable hand.
Me too.
and I'm going to keep it.
I am keeping as well.
You will hate me soon,
I
especially you,
that might
Josh.
Dude, see, that's right. See, I feel so loved on my podcast. So,
Alright, so I'll take the play there.
so
right?
So you get to play. So I'm gonna ask a question to both of you. So, Percy's playing a Forbidden Orchid in attack mode.
Yeah. I'm gonna tap it and I'll generate mana and then give Dave a colorless spirit.
That's right. So,
So I haven't even taken a turn yet, and I have a 1/1 token creature, a spirit.
that's right. Because Mike had to go down the forbidden path in his forbidden ways.
Exactly right. So
what are you playing?
tapping that land.
Forbidden fruit. Here's some knowledge.
All right, I'm gonna take a turn. I'm gonna play an Evolving Wilds, and that allows me to search my library for a basic land card and put it in the battlefield tapped. And I'm going to play a Mountain and pass turn to you.
Okay. So I'm going to draw a card. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to play Arid Mesa. Now, Arid Mesa is a fetch land. I am going to crack that Arid Mesa, going down to 39. I no longer have a perfect game. That's right.
It's all good. Sometimes you gotta
I guess you
pay
guys.
life to achieve glory. So
Yes, I'm going to get a land, a mountain or a plains. And I'm going to look at
Black mana thing to do and a commander without any black mana.
Hey, listen.
pay life.
That's right, because listen. Black looked at blue once upon a time, and what black said to blue is, "I want to do everything blue can do, and I'll pay blood." And now everybody's jealous of black, and now they pay blood too. That's how it works. That's how it works.
True.
Yeah. I wish I had that. But anyway, that's it.
So, yeah, I wish they would have printed that in something standard after those rotated out of standard.
Well,
Like put it in the modern thing was,
Masters.
yeah, it was alright, but
Well,
it lowered as much as it could have.
Yes.
Like, did the same thing that they did with the other ones. They put those in two back-to-back sets, pretty much, and that was like really, really good.
Well. See, here's the thing about standard. Like this is something that is your turn, by the way. But the thing about standard is, standard's power is completely based off its lands. The better the quality of lands, the stronger the spells are. It has always been that way.
Another one of those guys.
I got it.
Yeah. Essence Warden. Oh, okay. Sure. So, standard, they're very reluctant in standard to actually give good lands for any real length of time.
Yeah, it speeds up the
Yeah,
match.
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
that, yeah. Take once
Speeds up the game.
Once the one set like rotated out, and they got rid of the delve rotated out, like print the other ones so that you could have like the full sets be affordable for.
Well, I think Magic's in danger of Magic's done a couple things the last few sets, and I've watched it and I've been a little worried about is they've kind of they came up with a really good way to keep collectors markets going, which is ooh.
I'm going to play a spellbook, and it's an artifact that costs 0 mana, and it says I have no maximum hand size.
Exactly.
And I'm going to attack Josh and Mike with the spirits that Mike has so kindly given me so early in
And
the
I'll
game.
take my 1 damage and cry.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Well, Mike could block, so.
Yeah, I somehow feel Mike won't.
I'm not blocking because
You're not going to block?
No,
Yeah.
because I was at 41 because of my
You're not
essence
going
ward.
to block? Okay.
Oh.
That makes me sad. Pass the turn.
Okay, I
Why would
actually.
I block with my essence warden? Essence warden. This isn't life there.
I'm gonna
Damn,
play.
I just
I'm gonna play a Frontier Biovac, or whatever the heck that is. I'm gonna pay 1, and I'm gonna go with the all-powerful Sensei's Divining Top. Toppity top top.
There you go.
She paid 2 life for that to come out on taps, right?
But no, I came out with the Mesa. I
Yeah.
cracked it with the Mesa. I'm playing this now.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing this now because honestly, at this moment in time, nobody's rushing to do anything important. And you've just been giving him creatures.
I have a huge board, so
Yeah. So at this point, I mean, the fact that he's got
top.
the top's more important right now.
Sensei's dividing top.
Yes.
This is such a divisive card.
No. I love the commentary. I can't remember who's the developer's name right now. He said this was a good bad card, and it was never a bad card.
it was recently banned in the official Commander for online Magic.
Yeah, because it takes forever to use. That's the problem.
Soul Ring as well, right?
Yeah. So when they banned Soul Ring now?
I believe so.
Wow. Soul Ring was great.
No, it's in
Commander.
the it's in the
I'll
1v1. The 1v1
a-
Commander. It was definitely.
Give me a spirit now, though.
Woohoo!
Because he has two, and he's like swinging them with them.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
Yeah. So and you gain life again.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like Mr. Mike's strategy. He's going to be gaining a lot of life.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's
The Essence Warden just kind of does that. Though.
yeah. I know.
got the other guys in there too.
Yeah.
Mike's.
This deck is ridiculous.
I've played
Did
the-
you get a chance to read this one?
But I know I
I should
have.
read that one out loud. That one's
So we got a Feldograph,
Veldegriff, yeah.
which costs 4, and it's okay. First off, props for alliances. I love like I said, I got that. So flying until end of turn, target opponent gains 2 life. Okay, that's fine. Return Feldograph to owner's hand. Target opponent draws a card, and then trample until end of turn. Put a hit token to play under target opponent. Okay. So.
Yeah, it's just some crazy stuff.
So that's what we refer to as a group hug commander.
Yes, he is.
It's really meant to play politics around the board and stop people from getting too powerful. That's the way that Mike is about that deck. I'm playing Zedaru the Great-Hearted. It's a Minotaur monk. And I try and give my permanents away to other people. So at the beginning of my upkeep, I gain X life and I draw X cards, where X is the number of permanents I own that my opponents control. And I may pay a red mana, a white mana, and a blue mana, and target opponent gains control of something that I control. So that's my commander. And then, Josh, why don't you read what your commander is?
My commander is Kineos Intero Amelitus, legendary creature, human soldier, 2/8. So he's a nice big boy. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. Each player may put a land card from his or her hand onto the battlefield. Then each opponent who didn't also draws a card. So this is we're going to be giving each other lots of group hugs.
Yeah,
ladies and
except for
gentlemen.
me. So I'm kind of playing the anti-hero at the table right now because I just played a widespread panic. And what that says is whenever a spell or ability causes its controller to shuffle his or her library, that player puts a card from the top of from his or her hand on the top of his or her library.
Nasty.
Yeah. So you pretty much,
Spell or ability?
Yeah, spell or ability, right? So if you activate a fetch land, you need to, fetch, and then when you go to shuffle, you put a card from your hand on top, and then you shuffle it into your library.
Yeah.
I feel very. No, it's very mean considering my hand right now, but that's okay. I live with
I'll
that.
pass the turn.
Yeah, and you.
However, because I do run the top, I actually have a bit of an answer to that. Not a perfect answer, but I have an answer.
Cool.
I don't like that enchantment you played.
Well, no.
I was gonna plane cycle, and now I'm not gonna be able to.
Somebody at the table has to be running something that's not a group hug deck or degenerate.
Yeah, so I'm going to play an expedition map.
There you go. Okay.
Good luck. You're gonna shuffle your card
Exactly
in.
why I did that.
Oh yeah, no, but see, I'm good with this either way, right? Keep giving. Come on, group hug us. Go.
Try.
He's a hugger. Mike's a hugger, not
I
a
do
fighter.
hug.
Yes.
So expedition map tutors for any land out of his deck. He can tutor
I'll
a
give
Maid's
you
Myth. He can tutor a Mirror Pool. He can tutor anything.
I'll give you another
So we're hugging.
folder, and then I'm gonna parlay with my
Group of the hugs.
Sylvana.
I feel so loved.
I know.
Okay, so he's activating Selvala Explore Returned, which he taps him, and it has a parlay ability. So each player reveals the top card of his or her library. We're gonna just say his because we're all guys here.
Yeah.
And he gains a life and puts a green mana into his mana pool for each non-land card revealed.
And then we draw that card.
So,
So we
got
got three
rain
for
rain
three.
of power over here, which is really disgusting. I'm afraid of
Three
that.
for three.
Yes.
And he puts 3 green mana in and gains 3 life. And I got a Fellware Stone, and then we draw that card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That is gross. I like that group hug.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So right now we're just making decisions, as is what happens in Commander games. You got a lot of different cards. So one of the main things about Commander is your deck is so kind of unwieldy sometimes that you have to make tough decisions based on the cards that you have. It's not like a 60 card deck where you have 4 of this card, 4 of that card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that
But
3.
but the cool thing about Commander is it definitely feels by and large a more fun format. There are some really degenerate things you can do in Commander.
Photograph out with a 1/1 counter on him by paying into my open palace.
There you go. So yeah.
Well, the cool thing about Commander is you can just play like it's a lot more open for a casual format, which I think is what the idea behind something like that is. Whereas if you look at say something like Standard or Modern or Vintage or Legacy, although Legacy I think of all those formats is my favorite one right now.
Tabletop Legacy, I like that. The gearing towards the hardcore competitive Legacy can be iffy if your play group has like the wrong kind of like sportsmanship kind of level. Because Magic's like really weird balancing point. So you're gonna like balance like having fun and group fun there, but when you play Magic, you're disrupting your opponent's stuff, and sometimes you can like be super spiteful or you kill. Oh,
So I cast my Commander Zedrune, the Greathearted. He is now active and on the battlefield, doing the things. Pass turn.
must have hand of like doubling up.
End
stuff.
of the turn, I'm going to toppity top.
Yeah, makes sense.
Top 3 card.
It's really good.
Yeah, Sensei's Divining Top is a very good card. It's just sometimes it can be.
I think for now that's fine. For now, it's my turn. Hooray! Untap. And I'm gonna hurt myself. Ow. So I played a shock lamp, and because I like shocking myself. I'm a shocking kind
So
of
he
guy.
takes 2 damage and then enters untapped.
Yes.
Breeding Pool.
So
So you have a Frontier Buyback, Stumpy Grounds, a Plains, and a Breeding Pool. Sensei's Divining Top Expedition map.
I did that wrong, but that's okay. I'll do. No, it's okay. This is one of those things I haven't played this in a while, and as a result, I'm going to make mistakes. But I think what I am going to do, I'm going to try to summon my commander.
Yep. That occurs.
Yes.
Mike gains a life from the Essence Worm.
Yeah. So at the beginning of
48 life with the
6, at the end step, I draw a card, and
Each of us can put a land from our hand onto the battlefield.
yep,
Otherwise, we draw a card. I'm going to put a land in.
yeah, fair enough.
Putting Forbidden Orchard down.
Yeah, all right, and that will do it for me this turn. All of us have our commanders out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. It's like we're playing Commander.
Yeah. Well, sometimes commander decks you don't actually. I think my least favorite commander decks are the ones where the commander's just there just because.
Irrelevant.
Yeah. It's not the way it should be. I feel decks should be top down.
Give you another.
I agree.
Yeah.
Give you another token.
You
here.
sure will, and you will gain another life, I
And we
assume.
parlay.
Ooh, you're gonna tap Selvala. Okay, you got a land from me.
Land from
no
me.
mana,
Oh,
so
you
you got
think
just
I got
one land and
one.
one life. There you go.
Yeah.
I'll just flip that 2-0 for you there, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
I wish I could say I was smart and planned it that way, but it works out.
And I'm stuck at that 5.
Yeah.
I'm completely justified in putting the land down for my hand now. I kind of thought that was a misplay to not draw a card, but now that I've drawn another card, and it was a land, now I can have my land for turn and then perhaps draw a non-land card.
It works out that way
Yeah,
sometimes.
it really does.
I'm going to play an interesting card next turn, I think. So, one of my personal favorites from that set. But I'm going to ask you guys a question since we're supposed to be kind of doing a little bit of an interview while we're going at this.
Right.
What brought you into Magic?
Oh, actually, this guy did.
Okay, so Mike,
Yeah,
what
Mike
brought?
did, yeah.
Let's start with you then. What brought you into it?
My buddy Kyle, there's a video game there. I picked up cards for a while, and yeah, Kyle like
Okay.
kind of
Mine too.
learned it through like a video game, and then it was like really fun playing that. I think it was like M11 or 12 version or something. It had like a 2v2 option where we could team up and go against the computers, and it was just I was able to learn the mechanics of that, and then I think the first year of college I actually played like more of a physical copy, and I kind of got into it through there, and then
Just been doing
yeah,
it.
it had like some cards, and then gave them to Kyle, and then he ended up doing the collection, sort of like kind of passed the collection back and forth, and it's like accumulated.
Yep.
And yeah, I played a lot of like card games prior to that. It was Dragon Ball Z one, and learned like Yu-Gi-Oh at the thing there, and played the Pokemon one when it came out. But yeah, later on, like picked up the Magic the Gathering, and it was just like the kind of like tied in like friendship through it, and got a couple people into it, and it like was really neat. It was like learned more about it later on. Like I got Dave into it, and then he learned more and came back and was able to like show how to build better decks. And then like a couple of my roommates, and we played it, and then later on they got like really good at it, and like learned like mapping out decks on like an app on a phone, and then like they're in the sports and got like progressed from like a more competitive level. And it was something I just thought was really neat, was like kind of bringing them in, but then they end up teaching me more about the game later on. So yeah, what I think I like most about it is like the kind of like that Yu-Gi-Oh kind of mentality of like hard the cards and like friendship ones, where like learn about cards or get cards from friends, and then later on like playing with those, it kind of like reminds you of them later on, like Zelda aggressive stuff.
Oh, it's cool, man. And so he got you in. So what's kept you in?
Oh, you know, like I was I didn't even remember this, but apparently I had one of the old 1997 Microprose Magic the Gathering games, PC, that I got for like Windows 95, and so I guess I started a long time ago playing with that, playing with all the old alpha and beta cards, and well, you know, long story short, you know, when Mike brought me, when Mike came over with the actual physical cards, so we're playing our turns a little bit, and just as I'm answering this, but we're kind of like doing stuff. We're just doing basic little things. The game's gonna get pretty crazy here in a minute, so I'll try to make this quick.
Well, just go.
You know, Magic is something that I find intellectually challenging on multiple fronts. Either playing the game against people, or you know, kind of fighting myself a little bit. Oh yeah. So, you know, deck building and you know, talking about cards. I work at a card shop now. That's really a thing that's keeping me, you know, highly involved in Magic. You know, I run.
With judges.
I help to run quite a few events at the store. You know, including like PBTQs and you know, set releases and. But I think one of the big things that really does keep me in the game is, you know, I really appreciate when, you know, a younger player that is just starting out coming into the store and they're looking to get into the game. I can help them out, you know.
No, you can choose to play land or draw.
I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
Can you upkeep the game of life?
Yeah, so you know, helping the kid build a deck that will, you know, really start the arms race with with its friends. You know, like that's really cool. So Elder Spirit, eh?
Parlay.
So yeah, like that's really like what keeps me going is the building of community.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's a good answer to your question. Like, you know, I'm really interested in building and growing the game from a casual standpoint. You know, like I do think that it is a game that translates well to groups of friends playing it, either at stores or at home. And you know, I've had a lot of good times and a lot of good conversations and a lot of good relationships built around the game. So that's what you know, I'm interested in. So
Yeah, and since I asked this, I'll answer it myself. I originally got into the game as mostly a friend thing. My first time I got into the game was around the time of Ice Age. So I got to play Ice Age, Mirage, Visions, Alliances, Tempest. Like that was and then I left the game because I moved. And then I didn't get back into the game again until Kamigawa. So it was just there was a big gap. And then what happened with me with it was I stayed in the game again until Time Spiral. Right, and then I vanished again until Mirrodin, and then I played until very recently, and I've kind of vanished again. I keep coming back to the game because for me it scratches a very cool itch. I'm at my heart, I mean, and Dave will attest to this. I am a deck builder, and I'm a guy who tends to build I enjoy that. It's a very cool artistic expression of what I do, and I love that part of the game. I do need to leave the game though sometimes just because of other interests, and that's kind of where I've been for the last little bit, which is why I'm using one of Dave's commander decks and not one of my own. But
it's a pretty good deck.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just, it is. No, I'm not dissing your deck at all. I actually really dig it. But the other thing too, I enjoy playing a game. My favorite part about it is.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna mark your guy.
I'm going
You have an
to
answer for it?
Dual Caster Mage.
That too.
So he's cast a spell called Rabid Hybridization, and he's targeting my commander. And what happens there is he destroys my creature, and it can't be regenerated. And I would put a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token onto the battlefield. But in retaliation for this aggression, I am going to cast a Dual Caster Mage at flash speed, instant speed, and I will destroy your commander back.
But you both get a creature.
Yeah, we both, yes, so.
You both get a creature for that. So you do gain 2 life out of that as a result.
Yeah, you do gain a couple life, actually 3 life, because the Dual Caster Mage enters and then targets the Rabid Hybridization, so.
Yeah. So, Dual Caster.
Well played, Mike.
You have one frog token.
1 frog token, thank you, buddy.
Oh, I really want this guy. Wow, he's good. Yeah, he's really
Very, very.
Well,
I've had really disgusting things happen with Dual Caster Mage in some of my decks. I've lent out my deck to one player, and somebody played a Dual Caster Mage. I think it was my friend Ashley, and I had cast Beacon of Unrest, which returns a creature from a graveyard to the battlefield, and then shuffle Beacon of Unrest into your library. Now, she cast Dual Caster Mage, targeting the spell, but my friend who had borrowed one of my decks had a Veldelkin Ori, and enough, which allows him to cast non-land cards at instant speed. Any non-land card. So what he did was he kicked a Rite of Replication.
Oh, Jesus.
And he that puts 5 tokens of a creature. So he let the Dual Caster Mage resolve, and he let it target the spell, and then he cast the Rite of Replication while Beacon of Unrest is still in the stack, and copied Beacon of Unrest 5 times and returned 5 creatures, which the graveyards were pretty full at that point in the game. There was a Shieldred, there was a bunch of stuff that was in there, and he returned every single relevant creature from the graveyards to the battlefield under his control, and proceeded to win the game. So
That's about right.
Dualcaster Mage is one of those cards that is extremely powerful, or extremely dangerous to play. It's not the first time that I've seen Dualcaster Mage cast and have someone lose the game based on them playing it. So it's a very risky card.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's
you know, it's gonna be a really fun game. Is it my turn now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do some crazy stuff now that I see that people are tapped out on the table. They don't
Yeah.
really have any mana to cast anything. So you can produce red, can't you?
I can.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Thieves Auction.
What is that?
Okay, if you don't know what Thieves Auction
Oh,
is,
yeah,
right?
okay.
So that's
Shuffle all our permanents.
5, 6, 7, right?
Yep.
Now, Thieves Auction says, set aside all cards in play. Starting with you, each player chooses one of the cards set aside and puts it into play tapped under his or her control. Repeat this process until all cards have been chosen.
I will respond.
Yep. Yeah, you're gonna top, okay?
Yeah.
That's good. Is there any response to that at all, Mike?
No.
You're not gonna counter that,
I'm
okay?
gonna tap my.
So it's gonna
I'll tap my
resolve.
land.
I wouldn't have. I wouldn't-
Everything comes into play tapped,
The
anyways.
tokens merc.
The tokens are all dead.
Okay.
Yeah, they get set aside. All cards. Well, actually, that's a really great question
They're not
because
real.
I'm
No,
pretty
no.
sure that tokens aren't cards.
No, they're not considered cards. I think technically what happens there is I think they normally in situations where you banish a bounce, like you flicker them.
Yeah, but
they-
it says set aside all cards in play, and I'm pretty sure the tokens aren't cards.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Yeah, so I think the tokens all stay.
Okay, I'll say exactly where they are then.
Yeah, but I do believe that we now pick up all of our lands.
So like the
No,
cumulative upkeep
most
counters.
of the time,
flicker.
They
They're
go
gone. They're gone.
So here's my pile of stuff,
Here's my pile of stuff.
and starting with me, right? I pick a card. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to pick. Look through Mike's stuff, and while we're doing this, I thought this would be like a good time to cast
Yeah.
that type of thing because, you know,
Shenanigans.
I'm gonna take your commander.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, sweet.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions for us at this juncture?
At this
that we
point,
can answer?
we'll tell you this. What's been your favorite? What has been your favorite set last few years?
Last few years or
Yeah.
like set?
Well, actually, we'll do set first. Got all
Got
time.
into it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Kind of like more of a set block. I like I go ahead into
can I have my
in the
commander?
Innistrad block, so kind of those sets, but maybe M13 was like
Pretty good
a
set.
really good one. I like the Nicol Bolas stuff.
How about you?
Oh, you took the
Mine was
parlay?
Yeah, dang right, I did.
Mine was Innistrad. Oh, nice choice
you
of
did.
the Essence Ward. Now Mike's gonna gain a bunch of life
Yes.
for everything entering.
I'm sorry, dude. The parlay just seems way too fun.
Yeah, I was the one using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the life gain off it, and then it's pretty rough.
Oh, you didn't blame me for taking that one, did you?
That's all good.
It seemed like a good card.
So this is what I do in this deck. I start to take my opponent's lands,
Yes.
especially the ones that generate the colors that they need. So then they're forced to take my lands, and then when I play Zedru, I start to draw tons of cards based on. Oh, that's a good one.
Yes.
Darksteel Ingot. Yeah, I should have grabbed that, but whatever.
Hey, I got the fun card I wanted since you took my commander.
I grabbed the Forbidden Orchard because I thought that would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Taps for one of any color.
Yeah. But you tapped my commander, you tapped the fun card, and I just like, okay, so let's what do I really need? Like, what do I really need?
So usually playing a Thieves Auction at a table where we're not talking about other things is bad manners, because it does take a long time to resolve the Thieves Auction. But I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to do something like that.
Yeah.
And it is early enough in the game that it's not silly to do it. It's just we're gonna be doing a pile of about 20 cards. So
And we've already done about 6 of them already.
it's just a little bit of a draft in our thing. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I said my favorite set was Innistrad.
Can't blame, that was awesome.
The zombies, the vampires, those are the types of things that I really like. So,
Yep. Everything's tapped, so.
Enters tapped.
Yep. These options, all enters tapped.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to take the Frontier Buyback.
Very good choice.
Well, it taps for red and blue. Sacred Foundry.
Saw that one coming.
So I am in the process of stealing everybody's lands. Well, we tried to pick the 3 most interesting decks that we had at the house to play, and we came up with this because the game is going to get pretty silly, and there's going to be a lot of cool stuff that happens. So
Yes.
immediately we got Thieves Auction going on, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna take Mike's Island. That's cool. So right now I'm drawing 2 cards at the beginning of my upkeep and gaining 2 life. So I'm drawing 3 cards a turn right now.
Yes.
Everyone is avoiding taking my stuff.
Trying to. I did take 1, but it was just. And I still think my answer for dealing with the Sensei Divining Top was actually, I thought, quite genius.
What's cool is that the way that I've built this deck is that when people take stuff from me, it's really not really. It's really not really. Okay, so it's kind of a double negative, but it's really not beneficial to them. A lot of the cards that are in the deck say, whenever a player does something, it's not my opponents or anything. So none of the cards that I really give to anyone hurt me. If that makes sense. They work the same on someone else's field as if they were on my own.
By and large,
Or they
yes.
get passed around the field anyways.
Yes. But what's been done here is people have been, but this does potentially mess both of us up. So what I did to counter his strategy is, by and large, I was able to get the majority of my mana sources back.
I'm not trying to really take anyone out of the game by taking their mana away. What I'm trying to do is choose my cards last.
Yes.
So eventually, people will start to they'll be forced to actually take my cards. And then when I recast my commander, I will hopefully see some kind of benefit out of that.
Yeah, whereas me, I'm just trying to get as much of my stuff as possible. Try to avoid getting Dave's cards at any means possible. That's not going to be completely. It's not completely avoidable.
It's not avoidable.
But yeah. So, but the thing is, I minimize the damage. That's what I've been doing.
I already enjoy that.
Yeah.
You have 2. Like, that's mission accomplished on my part.
Well, oh yeah. But I figure if I'm going to have to take your stuff, at least the stuff that might be useful to me.
Yeah, definitely Thieves Auction is one of those. There, he just took my spell book. So now I'm drawing 3 cards, gaining 3 life. I'm going to take your Wall of Shards, so you gain another life.
Sweet. You with that wall.
Sure, I'd love to, because you've already gained a bunch of life, so I'm pretty sure I'm not killing you with damage. Maybe not. Who knows?
Over 100. You took one of his lands?
No, I took a while ago.
Yeah.
You pretty much he was going to keep taking my stuff, so I was like, I got to take something I could use for my own.
Did you gain another life from that? No, that's enchantment.
That's an enchantment. Yes.
That is definitely an enchantment.
You have to take your stuff because you have the most permanence.
That's the whole idea. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, I know, right? So,
That's why he picked the right moment to do it. Right? He picked his moment very well. You got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, usually if it's later in the game and there's too much stuff, you can't play Thieves Auction. It's a dead card in your hand. So I would just tutor for something and shuffle it back into my library due to widespread panic. That's why that card is in there, among other reasons. It also disrupts people a lot. So,
Yes. Especially in Commander.
Yes.
Especially in
Yeah,
Commander.
everyone wants to look for cards, tutor for cards. You know, they get chaos warped or all these terms. I hope that the listener can decipher. I guess this podcast really is geared towards
This is
more
this-
nuanced.
Well, this is going to be this is going to be my 101st episode
There you go.
because I already have an episode 101 kind of recorded, but I think this is actually going to fit better as 101 just simply because, like I said, my podcast has literally gone 100 episodes already. Isn't that like really cool?
That's
Like,
a lot.
yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Milestone.
long as I can.
So all that's left in the Thieves auction is my cards.
Yeah.
So now, how many are left?
You can.
Me a lot.
You're gonna get 2 from each of us.
I'm gonna take another creature. Why not? So gain another life. Widespread panic. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 permanents.
You're gonna have
that are
7.
not
You're
mine.
gonna have 7 altogether when it's all done.
And
Yeah.
actually 8.
Wow, nice. Nicely done, good sir. All right.
So we have successfully resolved one spell. Hopefully,
Nothing.
that's not embarrassing in terms of like what time the podcast is at right now.
No. I look at this. So
Now I'm gonna play a lamp.
Yeah.
So I haven't played a lamp. No, it's still my turn.
Yeah.
It's still actually my first main phase, right? So,
Ridiculous.
what is this?
It's a 3/3
3/3
frog.
Ribbit.
Okay,
Wizard
Mike.
frog, yeah.
I'm gonna attack you for 4 damage with spirits.
You're gonna block with spirit.
Okay. So you take 3 damage, and I'll pass the turn.
All right. So actually, at the end of the turn, you get to draw a card. You got my commander,
Yes, I get to draw a card,
and we get to choose what and we get to play a land.
Yeah,
Or
or
draw.
draw a
draw.
card.
I'm going to play a land this time because this actually works to my benefit. Now it's my turn. I wonder what I'm going to draw. I really, really wonder. In case anyone wonders, I'm being very, very facetious.
He's going to draw Sensei's Divining Top in his hand.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to play a land. Play a top. Now, this is interesting.
Parlay untapped, right?
Yeah, he does. I'm not going to parlay him. Actually, I should do that first.
Why not?
Why not? I'm going to parlay
Draw
everybody.
everyone cards. That's great.
One.
Having to parlay
2.
that. You need green.
No, you don't. Just parlay is just tap it.
It's
Oh,
just a
what?
tap,
I've
yeah.
been paying for it.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why
I read
just
it
something
wrong.
Pariah, what's yours?
Oath of Leech.
So in that case, I get 3
So
green
good.
and I get 3 life. Is that how it works?
Yeah, you get 3 life and 3 green mana in your mana pool.
Excellent. I'm back to a perfect game. 3 green, tapping 1 blue, and I'm going to put Curse of Echoes on you.
Oh wow, interesting. Huh. Oh god. Well, that's not very cool. Like I don't know what's in your deck. I forget I built it, but I don't know. It's gonna be fun.
Well,
We're gonna see how people's decks are built here in a second.
This is gonna be great. I did that. I had a very deliberate plan for that. Yeah, it's okay. I'm good with that.
Alright.
Your turn. Yeah, like parlay.
Curse of
No,
Echoes. So Curse of Echoes, he's enchanted me with an aura curse, and it says whenever enchanted player casts an instant or sorcery spell, each other player may copy that spell and may choose new targets for the copy he or she controls. So now it's a may. So if I cast something, you don't have to do it.
however,
But usually it's, I've seen some pretty disgusting stuff, and there's a hive mind in that deck too. So
Yeah.
you can start to really get some really crazy chains going on with a Hive Mind and a Curse of Echoes on the field at the same time.
Absolutely, but I did. But based on what I saw with you, and I also have some idea what I would do with that.
Yeah.
You seem like the right choice for that spell.
Yeah, sometimes you can cast Curse of Echoes on yourself with that deck.
Yeah. Oh no.
Just for really fun stuff.
No. I almost did until I saw that, and I'm like, you know what? No. It's like,
Silly.
yeah, I know.
You can return that to my hand if you want.
I know. Anytime I want to. It's great.
That's not cool. And then we could do it 3 times, and then people will just turn off the podcast. They'll be like, these guys are stupid.
Yes.
Play Oath of Lieges and pay an extra 2 to draw.
So what does this do? It says, during each player's upkeep, if that player controls fewer lands than target opponent, that the player may search his or her library for a basic land card and put it into play. That player shuffles his or her library afterwards, which also, so
That's not really.
it's a May. So widespread panic is there. So widespread panic is really doing some interesting stuff in this game. It stopped the expedition map from being cracked, and it's now going to stop people from utilizing that card as well.
You know, the interesting thing was, Widespread Panic was actually doing me a favor because I was drawing too many cards. I was actually going to use them, crack the map to put something back in my deck. Right? Then the Thieves Auction happens. Like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But then I drew the Royal Clear Tower, so now I don't care. So,
Auctions is so silly.
yeah, no, it is a silly card.
I wish that this thing was gone.
But actually, I built a Grip of Chaos deck once.
Yeah.
That was... I never won with it, but I didn't
Explain what that is.
Grip of Chaos eliminates the concept of targeting in the game. There is no targeting.
Oh, okay. Is
So
it all random?
It's all random.
Okay.
So the idea behind it was I wanted to build a red. Someone told me all my decks. Complained to me that all my decks I build were to win. So I decided to build a deck that wasn't designed to win. It was just designed to just
Cause chaos.
Cause chaos.
That's kind of like what this deck is.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna pass it up to you, Dave.
Okay, I'm gonna untap all my
Cumulative
stolen
upkeep.
permanents.
Yeah.
Cumulative upkeep. I'm gonna have Mike gain a life.
Yeah.
He loves you more
I
than
love
me.
gaining life, man.
Yeah. Most people do. Unless you're against an evil black. Black doesn't like it when you gain life, though.
I'm gonna draw a card. And I'm going to attempt to cast my commander. Okay.
When do you get his thing? At the upkeep?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, that's
You're gonna try to make that happen.
I'm gonna try and make that happen.
That's what.
I'm looking at that right now. Can I cancel? I have no current answer in my hand for that. Yes. You?
Well, in response, I'll Pognify this guy.
Oh, so you get your commander back, which
Yeah.
is fun.
No one's drawing anymore. Boo.
Well, for the time being.
Yeah.
I think we have enough mana that we'll be seeing him again.
Yeah, absolutely. At some point.
Yeah, but Dave having it is too much.
Yeah, I
I
know.
draw off of, because I'll pay an extra 2 from that.
Yeah, fair enough. Actually, wait. Is it before he came into play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
And I don't have a monkey.
Another monkey.
Monkey token.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm missing a monkey token.
So,
So you have to use a die. It's a 3/3 green ape.
yes.
I'll just make another frog lizard, I guess.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing.
Yeah, like,
Well,
For
yeah,
the purposes of this game, it's the same
Yeah,
thing.
I don't
I don't
really,
think there's any
Just-
tribal
There-
banner card out or nothing.
If we decide to do
I
that,
think tribal is relevant.
yeah.
You gain another 2 life. Back up to 60.
So yeah, so so this is if you can tell, folks, this game probably will go on past the podcast, but that's okay.
go ahead.
Okay,
You can throw
unturn
an
top.
update at the end or something. Post edit.
That is interesting. Yeah, do not control my draw at all.
It is a tough deck to pile up, but I wanted to really give you a good deck.
No. That's I did not. By the way, that's what I put to the top of the deck.
So gain another life, Mike.
You do gain another life.
Can't be countered. Flying hexproof. This is source.
So he's played a Sphinx of the Final Word, which is from Oath of the Gatewatch.
Yeah, that's right.
7-drop Flying Sphinx, and it says it can't be countered, and it has hexproof. And instants and sorcery spells
I control.
Josh casts can't be countered by spells or abilities.
That's correct.
So
Also,
when he does his stupid stuff, we can't stop him.
yes, that's the idea.
And it's hard to get rid of that. as
And
well.
also the other thing too, there's a wonderful Curse of Echoes there. So now, you cast a spell, I might just allow it.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah,
So-
you go. You
Oh
take-
my goodness.
that was why I played that right there, because just and thanks to your unifying theory,
Yeah.
this is gonna get stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
In theory. Alright, I'm gonna go tap 8 for Trastodon. I'm gonna blow this up, and I'm gonna blow this up, and I'm gonna blow this up.
Oh, gross.
Yes, and I get 2 creatures.
You get 3 creatures.
Yeah, I love Terrastodon. Terrastodon is
Why
really.
would you do that?
I had to get rid of.
What am I drawing now?
Not as many.
Not as many. Okay, so you still have 1,
I still have 1.
and you have 4?
Red cards, I have 4 red. 4
Okay.
red.
So I'm still
Drawing 5 cards.
drawing 5 cards and gaining 4 life.
Yep.
Okay. Is it my turn yet?
I don't know. Is it my? I don't know.
Because I'm really excited to.
I have to do this. Oath of the Legion. I keep.
Yeah, but Widespread Panic was out, so you'd have to shuffle a card in too, right?
Yeah.
So-
Okay, so you get 3 of these.
I have 3 elephants now. Be my elephants. They are mighty and beefy and stuff.
Yeah. So Terrastodon is an 8/8 elephant, and when it enters the battlefield, he can destroy 3 non-creature permanents that are on the battlefield. And when he does
I get one
so,
from
that
him
its
and I
controller puts 3 elephants onto the battlefield. So what has happened here is Mike has targeted 3 of the permanents that I have given away in the Thieves Auction, which makes me unhappy. Now I'm drawing 3 less cards and gaining 3 less
And
life.
I targeted his. Well, I got rid of that stupid enchantment. Was the big card.
Yeah, the
I
enchantment
needed
was
that
silly.
in order to use the expedition map.
Expedition map.
Yep.
Definitely. Okay, Mike, for your insolence, I'm going to use Relic of Progenitus, which says target player exiles a card from his or her graveyard. I'm going to tap it before you pass the turn to me.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna exile Pognify for my shenanigans.
By the way, some of my favorite removal right now is blue.
Yeah.
It really is, because it does stuff like this. Here, have this.
Okay, is it...
Yeah, you're
Okay, so I'm
a lot
gonna
of the
tap-
stuff in this deck always
gonna
has like if there's a
give-
negative one. There's like a slight.
I'm going to give you a life.
Yay! I'm at 40.
2
A 2 life?
community upkeep.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm at 40.
Have 2.
I have 42, folks. The answer to everything.
So I untap. At the beginning of my upkeep, I draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I gain 4 life. Deck working as intended. Okay. Now, I have a lot of cards now in my hand.
Yes.
And I didn't draw a single land.
That's impressive.
Which is,
that's impressive.
Wow. Okay.
That's awkward.
What do you got in your graveyard there, Mike?
I have divine intervention and rapid hybridization.
Now, what kind of a permanent is a divine intervention? Is it an instant?
Enchantment.
It's an enchantment. And
I
what
have
does
an
it do?
instant and enchantment. That's the one where it ends the game in a tie if it has
Oh my
too many
God.
counters. So I discarded that a long time ago. That didn't seem like the best way to end the game.
By the way, again, more props. Anything from that era is always makes me smile.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
like, what other deck would you put this in there? It's a 8-drop with 2 white in there. And then he puts 2 counters on it. And you remove a counter.
Who gets the
upkeep,
token?
And then when the last counter is removed,
No
the
one yet.
game ends in a tie.
I'm gonna tap 3 mana. I'm going to cast. This is where I was saying we're going to find out what people's decks are. Actually, wait. Before that, I think I'll float 3 mana. I'll float 2 white and a blue, and then I'll tap a blue, the Sacred Foundry and a mountain, and I'll cast Talrand Sky Summoner.
Lovely. I can't do anything about it because he nuked my land.
And then I'll use that 3, and I'll cast Call the Gatewatch. Now, each of you may copy Call the Gatewatch, and it says, search your library for a Planeswalker card, reveal it, and then put it in your hand. Then shuffle your library. Do you wish to copy that spell?
I don't have any plans.
Actually, it would be your choice first.
Yes, it is technically.
Yeah,
my
you're
choice.
just gonna look anyways.
I'm just gonna do
know what's in
it.
there.
Yeah.
So have fun.
Yeah,
Hopefully you find something cool. Maybe investigate your deck a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
I choose not to.
I create a 2/2 Flying Drake for casting a sorcery spell.
Yes, because Sky Summoner, that's what he does. I remember Sky Summoner. Oh my God, maybe.
I'm gonna play it right now.
And
I forgot that guy existed as a planeswalker. Made me.
Yeah,
I'll just go get him.
Venser. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I will.
Okay, go ahead,
actually
go
think
ahead.
I do
Yep.
have one.
Sure. Oh, looks like I have some too. So I know where one
It goes
is.
into play.
Yeah, no, it goes into your hand.
Goes into your hand. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
It's when planeswalkers are a relative. Actually, that's going to be probably my last big question.
Yeah.
But one of the big trade-offs that's happened in Magic for the last little bit has been the fact that really powerful spells have basically been given way to planeswalkers.
Oh, I didn't actually keep him in here. Dang.
Yeah.
He's in a different.
Yeah, it's okay. You get to enjoy the free shuffle. It's not
I'm
like
gonna go get Gideon, Champion of Justice.
ooh.
So that's the one that its ultimate is -15, exile all other permanents.
Yes. It's actually a really good
Oh, he
planeswalker.
needs to die.
Yeah.
Well, he's in my hand.
And he needs to die.
So I'm gonna do that. And then,
I love that.
Keep in mind that this is in play with the legions, so if you have less lands than any other player, you can
Don't worry about that.
yeah, we've been kind of missing that.
We have been missing it, although I'm not really going to worry about that because
I would use it.
trust me,
You have
it's all good.
Go up 2 in the lands.
Yeah, I will do it actually next turn, but yeah.
So I'm not
Steve
gonna
has
so much attack this turn as I'm going to go move to discard. So I have 10 cards in hand. I have no maximum hand size anymore because Mike took my spell book. So I'm going to discard a Ghostly Prison, a Pariah.
Prize a good old school wall card.
And I need to discard 2 more. So I'll discard a Migratory Route because I don't want everyone just getting birds. And I'll discard really funny draw that I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, that's all I need to discard. So I'll pass the turn.
Okay, so I get to go look into my deck for the next
beginning your upkeep. So you
Okay.
tap everything, and then
end of turn.
you can
top.
do it
Sure.
for basic. If
Doesn't hurt to do that.
It's at the
if that
upkeep?
player, yeah,
So
during
the
each
topping
player's upkeep,
is
if
not really.
Well, no, I just wanted to see. I'm just
Oh,
debating.
yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha,
it's
yeah.
fair.
That's
I don't need to do that, but if I want to, so now I go. So now I get to go
search for a basic land card and put into play.
tap or untap.
Into play, untapped.
Ooh, nice. So,
Yeah, it's really good.
so
Color fix,
I'm
especially
gonna
if you
need
use
to
4
start
colors,
doing
because
that.
Dave has 8 lands.
wait, 1. So I get 2 lands?
No,
Just 1?
if somebody has more than you,
And we want to cut?
I'll cut your deck.
Yeah, cool. So, well, just
Even though
that's.
it's not yours. it
highest
is.
land count.
So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cast.
I'm pretty sure you could have topped right there.
I could have, but I don't actually. I don't want to at this moment in
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Spencer. Anyone?
Cool.
Anyone?
Yeah, and tap out.
No.
So,
Oh,
oh. No, it is gross. But here's what I'm going to do.
Start murking.
So I'm going to take the 2 lands Dave took from me, and I'm going to exile them and return them to my side of the
You can
field.
choose 2.
Interesting.
Exile target permanent you own.
Yeah.
So there.
Which one? Do you want
I want the
future
buyback
Okay.
and the Mesa. I get.
We only get.
Oh, is it
It's only
one?
one time, yeah.
Okay, so punch your bar back for now because that's just.
Oh, it returns at the beginning of the end stuff, but you can put it down for now. I don't care.
Yeah, it's not relevant for the turn at this point. But I thought it was a
Oh,
good.
that mercs me because now Davis doesn't have 8. How many would you have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get one off it. Is that also?
Yeah, but I did that because this is a clever way to get around Dave
get your
taking permits.
land back.
Yeah, well, I don't care if you get yours back. I care that you have mine.
Yeah, fair enough. But it just seemed like
No, Venture's a good play.
yeah.
Definitely.
That's why that's why I did it that way. And also, just gonna do this top 1, 2, 3.
Psychic battle.
So I
You
can
draw it.
yeah, I know. So I'm just going to 5 first. And so 3. Looking at what I want to do here. 4. Do that, and that's not a bad play either. 3, 4, 5. 5 mana, huh? Hypersonic Dragon.
Okay.
Huh. Yes. And I'm not going to attack because it doesn't seem like a necessary thing I need to do at this turn. And I'll pass the turn. That seems like that's a pretty good. That seemed like a really good move. All in all.
Yeah. I'm really happy I have a 1/8 flying defender.
Yes.
And a bunch of blockers for that Terrastodon as well.
Same here. Thank you, spirits and elephants.
We have really stalemated this game, and it's gonna come down to some crazy stuff going on.
Absolutely.
Like if either Venser's gonna get off, and we're gonna have to concede to his emblem.
Yep.
So someone's gonna need to deal with that at some point, I think. And I'm not gonna be helping the situation much.
Yes. No, I just thought it was a good, smart play to get my land back. It's like, hey, wait, I can do that. No, Venser's insane. I actually probably my favorite. When they actually made him, I was like, that was like a super balanced 3-man.
Beast within. Just for a target permanent, you get a 3/3 beast token, and I'm gonna pay an extra 2 to draw off it.
Okay. That makes me sad.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, I know, but it makes me sad. I was gonna totally solve your land issue next turn. Don't worry.
Oh, no, I'm gonna pop Expedition map, so we'll go to your graveyard.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go. Put one of those in here. Expedition maps is so good. And
How many lands do you have out?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
How many lands do you have out, Mike?
7. Well, 8 now.
8 now.
Oh, I get to tutor. Cool.
Yeah.
That's really neat. And draw a bunch of cards. So
Well,
I think I'll tutor and then draw a bunch of cards.
That makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. So
So I go get Homeward Path and I play it, and then I tap, and each player gains control of all creatures he or she controls.
Actually, it's creatures.
Get my creatures back. Thank you.
you're welcome.
There you go. I think it resets, right?
No, it doesn't. It's not leaving the battlefield. It's just changing control.
Okay.
Interesting play.
It's interesting, yeah. Interesting in a group hug deck. In a group hug deck, everybody's gotten their permanents back just about.
And
Well, I still have a bunch of lands out and that artifact.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna return your
Mesa to my hand.
Mesa to your hand, and I'm gonna put a 1/1 counter on. That's a creature. 1/1 counter on Terrastodon.
So you got an angry Terrastodon, I
I
see.
do have an angry Terrastodon.
Okay.
I think I want. How much attack? You use so much area in it. You have 2 of these, so that's like 6. There's 3 of these, 9,
Yeah.
10. You have tokens.
Same with me. It's like attacking either of us.
And a
is-
dual caster mage.
Yeah. Attacking either of us is a terrible play.
Yep. So that's all good.
Exile a card from your graveyard, Mike.
Doing a
Why not? Why not?
Cool.
I don't like that.
Actually, I do. It's actually really, Relic is a really good card because it's also
Permanents out there? Still 5?
one for me.
Still 4 over there? So
Yeah, for
draw
5 cards.
5 cards, gain 4 life. Actually, I'm gonna. I'll draw the 5, and then I'll tutor. That's how I'll layer the. Is that the upkeep, right?
yeah.
2,
So,
3, 4,
so,
5.
so let,
Now, hold on.
all right, one second here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so this is the last question for the podcast. I think we're going to end it on this note. People, if this has been a gaming theory, mostly about games and stuff tonight, and we've been playing fun Magic and doing silly things. And if people like it, this kind of podcast, let me know. We'll do it again somewhere down the road. But beyond all that, though, so I want to end this on a couple notes. First off, you are going on tour soon.
Yes.
So
well, it's more we're playing a couple of really good shows. I wouldn't really call it a tour. We're a relatively new band, and yada yada yada, music industry, yada yada yada. It's hard. So we're playing in Vancouver soon. We're planning on going back to Edmonton. We're playing in Calgary this upcoming Wednesday. Not next to Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. And at the Ship and Anchor, and we're playing with the Old Wives for their album release for free.
What are the dates on those?
So that's the 24th, and then we're playing in Vancouver on the 27th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And Mr. Mike. So you've been a musician, or at least with Mr. Dave.
Yeah.
So my question to you, and before we get contact information from Mr. Dave here, is this: are you just kind of at a point in your life where you're just trying to figure out what you want to do? Is it?
I'm just trying to get what I want to do going. Really, I got an idea there. To do songwriting and all that, but got to get like a internet presence and then kind of branch from that.
So you're in like an online store. Do you have like a name for what you're kind of thinking what you're calling?
Yeah, but I don't want to throw it out there until I got the stuff going.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do songwriting too, and hopefully get to the point where I can offer up for like YouTubers like cheap royalty-free music that they can use instead of using the stock music available.
That's a cool idea.
And, like a nice just maybe like commissions on that if somebody's like wanting a specific kind of thing. But I don't know. Stuck down the line there.
Okay, and then final question then for Dave: if people want to find you, how can they find you? Like the basic get a hold of you.
The Shillelaghs are online. It's SHILLELAGHS. So if you caught that, it's an Irish fighting stick. If you want to Google that, if that's easier.
Badass weapon.
You can find me, Dave Anderson, on Facebook, at Shillelagh Dave on Instagram and Twitter, I believe. Yeah, so those are really the ways. I also play in Walk Alone, and
Really
come
good.
check us out. We're just dropping our new album. It's called Lucky Lullaby, and we got all sorts of stuff and goodies. Yeah, but yeah, and come visit me at Myth Games. I'll help you build a deck. I'll talk to you. I like to think that I make a lot of friends at the store. So that's yeah.
And he's a cool dude, guys.